Welcome to Concacaf Video Signals Weekend Edition for today, Friday, June 12th. On today's show, Central American Finals taking place in Guatemala and Panama to determine pairings in CONCACAF's Champions League. Then, we'll take a trip around the Confederation. And of course, finish with our always intriguing CONCACAF quiz. Let's start with relevant Champions League action. Yesterday in Guatemala, Jalapa took its first step towards its Clausura 2009 championship by defeating Municipal 3-1 in the first leg of the finals in Estadio Las Flores de Jalapa. The two goals posted by Juan Jose Castillo in the 14th and 44th minutes and a goal by Mario Pinedo on a penalty kick in the 90th proved to be too much for the 26-time champions Municipal, who, despite dominating most of the match, only managed to capitalize one time on a 48th-minute goal by Juan Carlos Plata. In the second leg of these finals, Jalapa will look to capture its second league title, which will be played Sunday at Estadio Mateo Flores, where Municipal has not been defeated in 3 games against the Orientales. Because in this series, the visiting team's goals are null, the Rojos must win by at least 3 goals in order to be crowned champions, whereas Jalapa can lose by 1 or 2 goals and still become champs. The team that holds the title would be the automatic qualifier in the group stage of the Champions League, joining Pumas of Mexico as the other automatic bid in Group D, while the second-place team will have to face Mexico's Pachuca in the opening round of the Champions League action. Now we turn our attention to Panama, where Chorrillo and San Francisco will play their championship of the Torneo Apertura 2009 on Saturday at Estadio Agustín Muquita Sánchez de la Chorrera. This is the first final Chorrillo will be participating in after 6 appearances in the semifinals. Their 3-0 victory against Dauro sent them to the championship, and it was San Francisco's defeat of Chirique 3-1 that led them to the finals. The winner will qualify for the first round of Champions League, which begins July 28th. But now let's take a trip around the Confederation. Brazil headlines were this morning the Nicaraguan national team fell 3-0 against the strong Fluminense club of Rio de Janeiro in the second of 6 friendly matches that the Central Americans will play in this country in preparation for CONCACAF's Gold Cup. The 7th-place finishers in Brazil's national championship played their starters the first half and finished out with their reserves. Carioca scored 2 of their 3 goals in the first half, with finishes from Carlos Eduardo and Thiago Neves on a penalty kick. In their previous game, the Nicas tied in a scoreless match against Azul FC. Next, the Azul y Blanco will face Nova Iguaça and then take on Brazil's under-20 selection. Nicaragua will begin its Gold Cup hopes on July 5th, facing Mexico at Oakland Alameda County Coliseum in Group C, which includes Panama and Guadeloupe. Across the water, the U.S. men's national team starts up Confederation Cup play on Monday, but will have their hands full as they face reigning champion Italy in Loftus Versfeld in Pretoria, South Africa. In group round, the Americans, with 17 players on European rosters, will later meet Brazil on June 18th and Egypt on the 21st. To round out our trip, the futsal Guatemalan selection will face its Spanish counterpart on Sunday. And finally, it's time for the much-anticipated CONCACAF quiz. Yesterday we asked you, the USA's last goal in the FIFA Confederations Cup was against Turkey, a 2-1 loss on June 19, 2003 in Saint-Étienne, France. Who scored that goal? The answer is DaMARCUS Beasley. The midfielder scored the go-ahead goal in the 36th minute, but was not enough as USA suffered the loss. Today's question stays with the CONCACAF representative of the 2003 Confederations Cup. Who was the American national team coach during the 2003 Confederations Cup played in Saint-Étienne, France? If you think you know the answer, email us at videosignals@concacaf.org. All those who answer correctly will have their names placed into our weekly drawing where the winner will receive a CONCACAF prize. That's all for today. Thank you for joining us on this weekend edition of Video Signals, where we bring you the best of the CONCACAF.